Be at the Irish Channel Parade, but a lot riding on a lot of events this coming weekend, and one day may be wetter than the other, and we'll talk more about it in a second. We were fairly dry today, had a few light little sprinkles and one or two isolated showers earlier in the afternoon, gone now. And again, trying to nail down the exact timing of rainfall and placement is near impossible, so we'll try and get as close as we can for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, even Friday. We're looking at rainfall. Even tomorrow. Now we're under kind of clearing or partly cloudy skies outside at the moment. Today's high got up to 77 degrees, and our morning lows were not quite as cool, 50s and 60 degrees at Kenner. A little bit more sunshine out over downtown and elsewhere across the region. 74 degrees our current reading. Higher humidity thanks to those winds now out of the south-southeast, and that will just continue to increase the humidity. We're in the 70s. Our temperatures as well as dew points in the 50s and 60s, but those dew point temperatures will be getting closer to the 70s later in the day tomorrow. By tomorrow, it will have more of a muggy feel, which will take us into Friday, and maybe a slight drop in humidity for Saturday. Here's what's going on. We've got an upper low that is starting to develop out west. Within this upper low, we're going to start to see kind of an increase in a southwesterly flow aloft for us. What that means is we will see several little impulses, disturbances embedded within that flow, bringing in chances for some showers. At the same time, this upper low is developing a cold front across the central part of the nation. This too will act as a focus for rainfall. So we've got the front that will really start to initiate some big storms north of us. As it gets farther south, it'll help to bring in some rainfall as well as little upper disturbances. But as those features kind of overlap, those bring in the better chances for some rainfall. And it looks like we may see kind of that overlap in the disturbances and the front Friday. The front actually will move in for Saturday. Now Saturday, early morning, the model, at least as of right now, indicating kind of a little complex of storms rolling through. Good news is, even as the front is over us, we kind of have a lack of any upper energy passing by, so we may be drier on Saturday. And that isn't the only model saying that. Here is the Euro. Again, we get some disturbed weather on Friday, kind of a combination of the front and a little disturbance moving overhead. On Saturday, the front is right on top of us, and if it is able to scoot just a little bit more south, perhaps we're able to see a slight drop in humidity. Maybe not everyone and not dramatic, but a little less humid. And notice, even the Euro keeping us relatively dry during the day Saturday. Different story for Sunday. An upper disturbance and the front will help trigger a better chance for some showers. Doesn't mean it's all day long, and it doesn't mean it is 100% rain coverage. If we can time things out, maybe our parades will be dry. Not completely, but hopefully several dry periods. We'll again have a better idea the closer to the weekend we get. Now, one thing does look at least a little bit more positive with those storms developing out across the central plains and pushing into the deeper south. There will be a risk of severe weather. However, as that system gets closer to us, the front, not as much of a severe risk. Heavier rainfall at times, possibly, and we could see some localized flooding. I think widespread won't be too much of an issue. Heavier rain chance and more widespread on Friday. So this is Friday going into early Saturday, and then by Saturday into early Sunday again, this is for the Irish Channel Parade. Not as much rainfall, and there are other parades I know, but on Sunday we do kind of see a shift in the flooding threat. So we will likely see rounds of heavy rainfall. As of right now, they appear to be more Friday and Sunday. Saturday, not nearly as wet, nor nearly as wet tomorrow. Then as the front moves through, temperatures will be coming down and kind of a chilly start to next week.